All right, so are you ready? Because today we're going deep
Okay.
into the world of soccer.
All right.
Or should I say?
Oh, here we go.
Football.
I was wondering when we were going to get to this.
You see, even the name
Yeah,
is a bit of a global head-scratcher,
for sure.
would you say?
Absolutely. I think this,
It's kind of funny, right? Like,
Yeah.
even before the ball is kicked, there's already debate.
Yeah, this identity crisis, like you're calling it,
Yeah.
is a testament to just how widespread and popular this game is.
Okay, so
We're talking about something that crosses borders, languages, and even the fiercest rivalries.
exactly. And get this.
Okay.
The sources that you sent over
Right.
actually say that this other football
Uh-huh.
might actually be winning
Okay.
the popularity contest worldwide.
Really?
So are you ready to unpack how that's even possible?
Let's get into it.
Okay, so like any good story, we have to start at the beginning.
Okay.
And you know me, I love a good origin story.
All right, lay it on me.
All right, so it turns out soccer's history
Okay.
is a little bit rough around the edges.
Okay.
So forget those pristine pitches that you see today.
Okay.
We're thinking ancient China
Oh, wow.
with a game called Cuju,
Cuju.
or the Romans with their
The
harpastum.
harpstone.
And apparently medieval Europe even had its own version
Really?
called mob football.
Mob football.
Can you imagine?
I mean, it's interesting because those ancient versions were often wild,
Yeah.
unregulated.
Right.
But that raw energy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The passion surrounding the game,
Right.
that still echoes today in the stands and on the pitch.
Yeah.
It speaks to like this primal appeal that has transcended centuries.
Yeah. You can practically feel the history
Yeah.
when you watch a match,
For
right?
sure. For sure.
Okay, so as with any sport, things needed a bit of
A bit of.
refining, shall we say.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 1863 in England.
Okay.
This is where the Football Association lays down the law,
Mm-hmm.
establishing the modern rules that we know and love.
Okay.
And here's where the name game really gets going.
Okay.
Football seems like the obvious choice, right?
Sure.
But the Brits also started shortening association football to soccer,
Okay.
which later became soccer.
Interesting.
So-
Interesting bit is that the U.S., which, forged its own path,
Yeah.
embraced soccer while most of the world stuck with football.
Right.
It's this little quirk of history
Yeah.
that highlights this cultural divide surrounding the sport.
Totally.
Don't you see?
It's like a friendly rivalry before
Yeah.
the whistle even blows.
Yeah.
But here's what I find really compelling.
Okay.
And this is for you, listen in.
Okay.
Soccer goes way beyond
Whoa.
just being a game.
Okay.
It's a force that can actually shape cultures,
Wow.
influence politics, and become a powerful symbol of identity.
That's powerful.
The sources that you sent over had some incredible examples.
Okay, like what?
We're talking religion in Brazil,
Uh-huh.
rebellion in Iran, and even unity in post-apartheid South Africa.
It's interesting how soccer can act as this mirror,
Yeah,
reflecting the social and political landscapes of different countries.
totally.
Well,
Take Iran, for example.
Right.
During the 1979 revolution,
Right.
women were banned from attending soccer matches.
Wow.
This sparked protests
really.
and became this focal point for demonstrating against the oppressive regime.
So we're talking about a sport that can spark revolutions.
Precisely.
Wow.
And in South Africa, after decades of racial segregation under apartheid,
Right.
the 1995 Rugby World Cup,
Okay.
which South Africa hosted and won,
Yeah.
became a symbol of national unity.
Really?
Nelson Mandela famously wore the Springboks jersey,
Oh, wow.
which was a symbol of the white Afrikaner community,
Wow.
as a gesture of reconciliation,
That's incredible.
uniting the nation behind a common cause.
That's an incredible story.
Right.
It just shows you the power of sports
Yeah,
to transcend differences and bring people together.
for sure.
Okay, this next bit is where things get mind-blowing.
All right.
We're talking about the global impact of soccer.
Okay.
And the first thing that comes to mind has to be the FIFA World Cup.
Of course.
The 2018 World Cup in Russia drew an audience
Uh-huh.
of over 3.5 billion viewers.
3.5 billion.
That's almost half
wow.
the world population.
That's wild. It's insane, right? It's a truly global spectacle.
Yeah, and it's not just the fans either.
Right.
We're talking about the economic impact
Oh, yeah, for sure.
of soccer is undeniable.
Huge.
We're not just talking about ticket sales here.
No.
Clubs like FC Barcelona
Okay.
and Manchester City,
Yeah.
they're billion-dollar enterprise.
Crazy.
And their influence stretches
Yeah.
far beyond the pitch.
Absolutely. These clubs have become major economic engines,
Right.
generating revenue through broadcasting rights,
Oh, yeah.
merchandise sales,
Of course.
lucrative sponsorship deals.
Yeah, they can transform cities, attract investments,
For sure.
create jobs.
That's-
It's like they become a cornerstone of the local economy.
It's wild.
It's amazing how these clubs have become almost like global brands, right?
Sure.
But I also read in one of these articles about the downsides.
Oh, really?
Something about how these mega clubs can drive up housing costs
Uh-huh.
and displace local residents.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
It's referring to gentrification.
Okay.
As these clubs grow and attract fans from all over the world,
Yeah.
the areas surrounding their stadiums often see a surge in property values.
Wow.
This can lead to long-time residents being priced out of their neighborhoods.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
It's like this incredible economic growth can also create these like unintended consequences.
Totally.
It makes you wonder about the balance between progress
Right.
and preserving communities.
For sure.
And speaking of mind-blowing,
Okay.
what if we imagined,
Yeah.
just for a second, a
Okay.
world without soccer?
It's a fascinating thought experiment.
What happens?
I mean, just imagine a world without iconic figures
Yeah.
like Pele Maradona or Megan Rapinoe.
Right.
Their impact goes way beyond the sport itself.
Right.
Inspiring generations,
Yeah.
advocating for social change.
These are global icons.
Right.
It's hard to imagine our cultural landscape without them.
Yeah, for sure.
And economically, wouldn't the ripple effects be enormous?
Oh, absolutely.
We talked about those billion-dollar clubs
Yeah.
and the World Cup.
Uh-huh.
What happens if all of that suddenly disappears?
The economic fallout would be significant.
Wow.
Entire industries built around soccer,
Okay.
from tourism to merchandise to broadcasting,
Wow.
would face massive disruption.
That's a lot.
Consider Qatar's hosting of the 2022 World Cup.
Okay.
They invested billions in infrastructure and development,
Right.
all based on the global appeal of soccer.
Right.
Without the sport,
Yeah.
their economic landscape would be drastically different.
That's a really powerful example.
Yeah.
It's clear that soccer's impact goes way deeper
For sure.
than we often realize.
Absolutely.
Okay, time for a little fun before we wrap things up.
Okay.
You ready for a quick soccer quiz?
Let's do it.
All right, first question.
Ho.
True or false?
Yeah.
The U.S. invented soccer.
Definitely false.
Okay.
The roots of modern soccer
All right.
lie in England
Okay.
with the establishment of the Football Association in 1863.
Next up, true or false?
Okay.
Soccer is the most played sport in the world.
That one is absolutely true.
Okay.
With an estimated 4 billion fans globally,
Wow.
soccer reigns supreme.
Okay, last one.
All right.
And this is a bit of a trick question.
Okay.
True or false?
Okay.
The term football always means the same thing,
Uh-huh.
no matter where you are in the world.
That's a tricky one,
Yeah.
but it's false.
Okay.
The word football can refer to different sports
Right.
depending on the country.
Yeah.
In the U.S., it means American football.
Right.
While in Australia, you might be talking about Aussie rules football. Even Canada has its own unique version of gridiron football.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how diverse the world of sports is,
Go
even when using the same name.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a reminder that even though we're talking about this global sport,
Right.
there are all these unique
Yeah,
cultural interpretations.
for sure.
So for you listening,
Okay.
if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity,
Yeah.
I have a suggestion.
All right.
Why not experience the magic of soccer firsthand?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
A great way to start is by finding a local team in your city or region,
Okay.
catching a match.
Exactly. Or if you're looking for some top tier action,
Okay.
the English Premier League is an incredible spectacle.
It's fun to watch.
You've got legendary clubs, intense rivalries,
I'm sure.
and some of the most skilled players in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, it's super easy to find matches on TV
Right.
or streaming services.
Yeah.
It's like a crash course
Totally.
in global soccer culture.
Yeah.
It's really amazing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Now, as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I think it's safe to say that soccer,
Uh-huh.
or football, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
it's constantly changing.
Right.
It's like it reflects who we are as people,
Yeah.
our passions, our conflicts, and our dreams.
I like that.
Yeah.
From grassroots movements pushing for equality in the sport
Right.
to debates about the influence of wealthy club owners, it's a
Yes.
microcosm of the world itself.
Totally. It's like this amazing blend of tradition and evolution.
For sure.
Which brings us to the big question.
Yeah.
that our sources kept hinting at.
Okay.
What does the future hold for this beautiful game?
It's hard to predict, right?
Yeah.
Will it continue to bridge cultural divides?
Right.
Will the economic side overshadow the pure love of the game?
Yeah.
It's a fascinating crossroads.
It really is. And it makes me think about something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
About how soccer acts as a mirror to society, if that's true. Then the future of soccer depends on us,
Yeah.
on the choices we make both on and off the pitch.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Will we prioritize inclusivity and fair play?
Right.
Will we address issues like corruption and exploitation?
Right.
These are questions for everyone involved.
Yeah.
From the fans to the players to governing bodies.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners?
I think the sources put it best.
Okay.
Grab a ball.
Yeah.
Find a pitch.
Right.
And experience the beautiful game for yourself.
Okay.
Because at its heart, soccer is about joy,
Yeah.
connection, and the thrill of competition.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
Whether you're a diehard fan
Yeah.
or just starting to explore the world of soccer,
Uh-huh.
there's a place for you
Yeah.
in this incredible global community.
It's really special.
So get out there,
Yeah.
kick a ball around, and who knows?
Yeah.
You might just discover a passion you never knew you had.
Totally.
That's it for our deep dive
Wow.
into the world of soccer or football.
It's fun.
We hope you enjoyed this journey through history,
Yeah.
culture,
Right.
and the global impact of this truly fascinating sport.
It is fascinating.
Until next time,
Yes.
keep exploring,
All right.
keep questioning,
Okay.
and keep the conversation going.